Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. Today I am here in multiplayer. I only just made the game and this person's already joined, so yeah, for those who don't know, this is Serena. I hope that I managed to actually get her miniatures pack. Okay, via story, because her story is explained in her father's story. So we're playing as Serena. Minnie's video is already out, so you kind of know a little bit about her if you've watched that. This is her bio. I'll read it in a second, but I first wanna... We're doing pack and learner RP, the classic common thing. So we'll just ask. Offspring of Leo Duff, born in year 8, only surviving female of her parents' first litter. She was one of 3 pups of this litter, her brother, and her sister, but her sister died of sickness, and so she knows the danger of sickness to pups. Serena is a wolf that has a lot of spirit. She's noble, active, has been told by her father that it is her birthright to rule. She is balanced, powerful, and wants to use this to create peace, as her name means. She's a natural-born peacemaker and uses traditional forms of healing for herself and those she cares for. She picks her friends wisely. She's sympathetic, compassionate, generous, maternal, kind, and can be kind of sensitive as she feels emotions deeply. Oh, someone else joined. Oops. Serena did end up leaving her birth pack when she was 2 years old and traveled throughout Slough Creek, Amethyst Mountain, and Lost River healing wolves and other animals, and creating a pack with other wolves who wanted to join her in her travels and help heal others with her. She never had any pups of her own. Did she get a mate though? Of her own. Okay, bye! Oh, she's been... Or he... It's a she. Are these new? I don't recognize these. So I plan to play Serena in single player and multiplayer. I don't think you can get achievements on here on multiplayer. I plan to play her in single player as well, just so that you can get interactions with like pack dispersals and not just other players. And hopefully those wolves can become part of her story. She knows she doesn't need a big meal right now, so she's just gonna head down to the river. Who is Sandy? Okay. Guess we'll wait for others to join. Meal here in the So, let's go see if Lamar Canyon Pack wants Serena's help and heal their wolves, their possible injured wolves. Oh, bye-bye, okay. She can take down a fawn. She doesn't need food. She doesn't need food, so she's not gonna hunt them. She'll only hunt if she's got an injured wolf she's looking after and needs to bring food back. It's a wolf up ahead. She always does approach with caution. There's an elk carcass that she could go scavenge off of. Oh wow, we've gotten to know a lot of wolves. 1018. We can always do a little bit of RP without Serena's gonna lay down and just be with the wolf. She's gonna watch the wolf, see if it has any wounds on it. But as it gets up and just walks away without a limp or any injuries or even the smell of blood, Serena can conclude that the wolf is hi sir? She can conclude that the wolf is not injured in any way and doesn't need her help. Sir? Okay. That is fine. So we're gonna nickname this wolf Rose. She actually has a really pretty coat. I want to go get a photo with her properly, but I don't want to cause they're both alone. They both have no one. And the wolf is also 4 years old. So she thinks about inviting this wolf to her small pack. So she approaches the wolf again when it howls, so lonely and so quite lonely. Blah blah blah. The wolf doesn't seem to mind her presence, and she kind of just shows that she's not interested in fighting. She's just here to she seems a little bit cautious of Serena, and Serena doesn't mind. She respects that. She actually has a really pretty coat. She's not even fighting Serena or anything, so Serena doesn't say much. She just says hi, and I'm gonna mark her where we last seen her on the map, and Serena's just gonna leave her be. But before she leaves, she asked, asks the female if she'd like to join her pack, and she explains a little bit about this pack she's wanting to form. And Rose seems hesitant, and Serena says, I'm not forcing you into this too quickly. You can take your time. I will be wandering around this area for another month or so before I leave, so if you change your mind, don't hesitate to come and ask and tell me what you think about joining my pack, but until then, take your time. If you never walk up to me, then I'll conclude that you just want to be left alone and have carried on looking for a mate. And I think this female would be quite thankful for Serena's understanding, and with that, Serena just walks away, leaving the wolf in peace to decide if that wolf does or doesn't want to join Serena's pack. I'm going to try and make as many stories out of this as possible, and I'm going to try and add wolves to Serena's pack as we go. Now, it's winter because in her storyline, she would have just left her pack. This would be in year 10. She does announce herself quite a lot to the world so that people know where she is, so that wolves know where she is, and that basically her whereabouts if they have. She just watches the fox. So right now it would be year 10. I'm playing her as if it's year 10. So she's just left her pack. And so her father would be expecting his second litter with Dove, her mother. And no, she wouldn't be expecting, they'd be expecting their third litter. So Serena would be just under 2 years old. So she's going to keep heading deeper and deeper into the territory until wolves either find her or she finds other wolves. In fact, I'm actually going to play music in the background. Let's find some non-copyright music. That's quite the hill to climb. It's gotten a bit loud, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. Ah, there's some scents. But she's not gonna track them down, not that she can smell them. She's just gonna lay down and wait for them to find her. Oh, hello. I can't move. Just a reminder that Serena is not a fighter, so she's not gonna show. Wrong timing for you to attack me. I've got everything everywhere. Tail. Submissive tail web. So she takes that they don't want her help, so she's just leaving. She still gives him a submissive tail wag as she leaves. Oh, he's a pack leader. Okay, so that makes it even more like, I don't want your help. None of my pack need your help. She's actually gonna take the rabbit with her, because if she finds this female, she'd much rather give this to her. She approaches the wolf again and gives a little tail wag. She gets a little too close and Rose gets a little bit upset. But she gives Rose the rabbit and lets her eat it. And just watches from afar, giving Rose the space she needs. She doesn't know how much the wolf needs it or not, but it's worth something out here. Getting very close to the border here. She wants to give Rose the rabbit, but Rose seems a bit untrusting. So Serena just calmly lays down and sleeps. When she wakes up, she finds the rosebud female just also sleeping. But when Serena moves and she says, "I'm full, you can have the rabbit." And so Serena takes the rabbit and Rosebud, or the Rose, we'll just call her Rose, says, "I'll join your pack." And Serena says, "Great. Welcome to my pack." And Rose then asks, "What's the name of the pack exactly? I know what you do, but I don't know anything else." And Serena stands here thinking for a minute, and she realizes she doesn't actually know the name of her pack. And so she thinks and thinks. She names her healer pack the Solace pack. And with that, they head off. Rose and Serena head off. She catches a rabbit and they both share half of it. Yeah, it's a little more than half, but still. She doesn't get too close, but she lays down. And just looks at them. Rose follows her lead, and she seems pretty disinterested, and together they all get up and leave. They don't attack Serena or Rose, and Serena watches for any little signs of limps, and she can't smell any injuries or anything like that. So she just tells them who she is, what she plans to do in the area, and they say, okay, thanks for the concern, and they just walk away. She doesn't take any offense to it. She knows most wolves will not converse much with outsiders unless they're seeking a mate, but then she sees this other wolf over here in the distance. She cautiously approaches them, not sure if they're a pack wolf. That is a pitch black wolf. 1023 M. Big piney male. Also quite an old male. Where did the females go? Oh, they're right there. He seems pretty disinterested in her, even talking to him. But she decides to watch them interact. He's 4 years old and they're all pretty young, except for 1021. But she has a pretty unsuccessful conversation with all of them, but she hangs around, just showing that she's not a threat. Actually, the poor guy probably thinks if there's like 5 females, because we're pretending Rose is here, 5 females, and he's not sure if he should approach or not. She decides to try again with speaking to the male. She keeps her distance around the females. She approaches him and walks around to the front of him and says, "Hi, I'm Serena." She introduces Rose as well and says, "We're the Solace pack and we go around healing other wolves. Are you injured in any way? Can we help you?" And he doesn't seem it. He's a pretty quiet wolf and he just doesn't really mind her being around. So she tries again and goes around to the front of him and says, "Are you injured in any way?" And he just shakes his head, says he's absolutely fine. And she says, "Okay, would you like to join our pack?" And at that he says, "Me, join a pack? I want to make my own pack. I don't want to join a pack." And she says, okay, and does a submissive tail wag. and starts walking away, but when he chases her, she turns around. She doesn't turn her back much on wolves. He's rather aggressive, but he hasn't attacked her yet. Oh, what ears were those? Uncertain or suspicious? Probably uncertain. He's definitely quite cautious, and she says, "You don't have to join my pack. I'm not forcing you to." Do those look like they were all the way down? I'm gonna just imitate him for a second. No. It was those ears. He's uncertain about her, not sure. And she says, "I'm not forcing you, I'm just asking." And he says, "No, I don't want to join your pack." And he walks away. And she says, "Okay," and walks away as well. She decides, since there's so many dispersals in the area, she might want to hunt something and let people scavenge off. But she decides to stick around with these females just because they haven't flat out said no, they just looked a bit disinterested. So she just lays down and sleeps, ready to get on her feet if they attack her. And then she finds a carcass now, and it's a bull elk. So her and Rose decide to pick up the pace and see if they can fill their bellies up properly. When they arrive at the carcass, and she just stares at these coyotes like, "Seriously, am I gonna have to fight you for what is not even left of this carcass?" She doesn't do much when they do chase her, but her and shared the last bits. Her and Rose shared the last bits of the carcass and leave. I'm going to leave the episode here with Serena and Rose tracking down these females again, since they got a dead out no from the male. They didn't get a straightforward no from the females. And she doesn't want to bother them, but she does want to see if they've changed their mind. But in the next episode, she might end up going into Rescue Creek's territory and seeing if they need any help. But with that, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!